You need to watch the kids right now. I don't care if it's your promotion party, my sister Lauren declared, physically pushing her 3 children through my apartment door as my boss stood 10 feet away with the champagne toast already poured. I glanced at the 40 colleagues, clients, and executives gathered in my living room to celebrate my elevation to senior partner. Then at my sister, who'd shown up uninvited in yoga pants and yesterday's mascara. Did she really think my career milestone was just another babysitting opportunity, or had she finally crossed the line from entitled to delusional? The room fell silent, champagne flutes frozen midair like a corporate tableau. My boss, Richard Blackstone, managing partner of Blackstone Consulting and notoriously intolerant of unprofessionalism, raised an eyebrow that had made junior analysts cry. Lauren's kids immediately scattered. 7-year-old Aiden heading straight for my laptop, 5-year-old Emma reaching for the catered hors d'oeuvres with sticky hands, and 3-year-old Noah already attempting to climb my bookshelf. "Lauren," I said, maintaining the calm voice I used for hostile takeover negotiations. "This is my promotion party. With my colleagues. And clients. Including the CFO of Morrison Industries." "So," Lauren rolled her eyes, already backing toward the door. "Tyler just called. His boss needs him at some emergency meeting, and I have a spa appointment I booked months ago. Your family. Family helps family." The Morrison Industries CFO, a woman who controlled a $50 million budget, watched Emma sneeze directly onto the shrimp tower. My assistant Maria looked horrified. The senior partners exchanged glances that could have frozen hell. "A spa appointment," I repeated, pulling out my phone. "That's your emergency? It's the only slot they had for the next 3 months. Besides, you love the kids." "I love the kids when we've scheduled time together. Not when you ambush my professional events." I opened my wallet, extracting a business card. "If you need emergency childcare, here's my card. I charge $500 an hour for consulting services. Minimum 4-hour booking." Lauren laughed. "Very funny, Diana. Just watch them for a few hours." "I'm not joking." I held out the card. "You want me to provide a service during my work event? Then it's a business transaction. $500 an hour. Or you can take your children with you to the spa." The room watched like spectators at Wimbledon, heads turning between us. Aiden had discovered my presentation remote and was randomly clicking through slides of our quarterly projections. Noah had chocolate on his hands. Where did he even find chocolate? "You're being ridiculous," Lauren hissed. "I'm your sister. And these are my colleagues. My clients. My celebration for 5 years of 80-hour weeks." I gestured to the room. "Do you see Mom here? Dad? Our brother?" "No, because they understood this was a professional event. They didn't have emergencies." "Your spa appointment isn't an emergency, Lauren. It's you assuming, once again, that my time is less valuable than yours." Richard Blackstone stepped forward, his voice cutting through the tension. "Ms. Chun, I believe we haven't been introduced. I'm Richard Blackstone, Diana's managing partner." Lauren's face paled. Even she recognized the name from the business journals I'd left at family dinners. Articles she'd never read, but had used as coloring books for her kids. "Oh, hello. I'm just dropping off. Your children at a corporate event without invitation or warning?" Richard's smile could have etched glass. "How innovative. Diana's always helped with the kids," Lauren said defensively. "She doesn't even have children of her own. Because I've spent the last decade building a career that now bills at $500 an hour," I interjected. "Which you'd know if you'd ever asked about my work instead of asking when I'd give you nieces and nephews." Aiden's random clicking had landed on a slide showing our company's revenue growth. The number made Lauren's eyes widen. Even she could recognize 8 figures. That's your company's money, not yours," she said weakly. Maria, bless her, couldn't stay quiet. "Actually, as senior partner, Diana owns 15% equity. So technically," "Maria," I warned gently, but the damage was done. 15% of that." Lauren's voice cracked. "We're getting off track," I said. "The point is you have 3 options. 1, take your children with you. 2, pay my consulting rate. 3, miss your spa appointment and stay here to watch them yourself." "You'd charge your own sister? You'd crash your own sister's promotion party?" I countered. The Morrison CFO, Sandra Morrison herself, suddenly laughed. "I'll pay for it." Everyone turned to stare at her. "I'm serious," she continued, pulling out her phone. "This is the most entertainment I've had at a corporate event in years. Plus, I want to see if these kids can survive Diana's negotiation tactics. Consider it an early birthday gift, Diana." What's your Venmo? Sandra, that's not necessary. It's absolutely necessary. Lauren, was it? I'm hiring your sister to watch your children. $500 an hour, 4-hour minimum. That's $2,000. Fair warning. She once made our legal team cry during contract negotiations, so your kids better be tough. Lauren's mouth opened and closed like a fish. This is insane. They're children, not clients. Exactly, I said. Which is why they don't belong at a client event. Noah chose that moment to knock over a wine glass. The crash silenced the room again. Red wine spread across my cream carpet, the carpet I'd just had professionally cleaned. Oh, I'll clean that up, Lauren stammered. With what? The diaper bag you didn't bring? The change of clothes you forgot? The snacks you assumed I'd have? I knelt to Noah's level. Hey buddy, are you okay? He nodded, then immediately tried to splash in the wine puddle. This is exactly what I mean, I said, scooping him up before he could ruin his outfit. You don't prepare. You don't plan. You just assume I'll handle it, because I always have. Because you're my sister. Lauren's voice rose. Because that's what family does. No, I said firmly. That's what doormats do. And I retired from that position about 5 minutes ago. Richard cleared his throat. Perhaps we should move the party to the terrace? Give the sisters a moment. No need, I said. Lauren was just leaving. Weren't you, Lauren? I can't take them to the spa. Then I guess you're missing your appointment. I handed Noah to her. Aiden, Emma, come say goodbye to Mommy. But I want to stay with Aunt Dee. Emma protested. Aunt Dee has work to do, sweetheart. But we'll plan a fun day soon, okay? A real planned day where I'm not working. Lauren juggled Noah while trying to quarrel the other two. This is cruel, Diana. You're choosing work over family. I'm choosing respect over exploitation, I corrected. There's a difference. Mom's going to hear about this, she threatened. Good. Tell her how you crashed my promotion party because a spa appointment was more important than my career milestone. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Sandra Morrison pulled out her checkbook. You know what? I'm old-fashioned. I'm writing a check. Lauren, here's $2,000. Consider your sister officially hired and fired in the same evening. Shortest consulting gig ever. I don't want your money. Lauren snapped. Then don't crash professional events expecting free childcare, Sandra replied smoothly. Your sister worked hard for this promotion. The least you can do is respect that. Lauren's face cycled through several shades of red. The kids, sensing tension, started whining. Several of my colleagues were openly recording on their phones. This would be office gossip for months. Fine, Lauren spat. But don't call me when you're 40 and alone because you chose career over family. I'd rather be 40 and alone than 35 and entitled, I shot back. At least I'll be able to afford my own spa days. She stormed out, dragging confused children behind her. The door slammed hard enough to rattle the pictures on my wall. All professional awards, I noticed, not family photos. The room stayed silent for a long moment. Then someone started slow clapping. It spread until the entire room was applauding. Well, Richard said, raising his champagne again. I believe we were toasting Diana's promotion to our newest senior partner, who apparently negotiates as fiercely with family as she does with Fortune 500 companies. Hear, hear, the room chorused. Sandra Morrison approached me as others resumed mingling. That was brutal to watch. But necessary? Absolutely. I have a sister too. Took me until 45 to set boundaries. You're ahead of the curve. She handed me the check she'd written. Keep this. Frame it. A reminder that your time has value, even especially to family. I can't. You can. Consider it your first official act as senior partner, accepting payment for services rendered. I looked at the check. $2,000 for 5 minutes of babysitting I hadn't even done. It was absurd. It was perfect. Thank you, I said simply. The party resumed, but with a different energy. Colleagues approached with their own stories of family boundary issues. Clients shared similar experiences. What could have been a disaster had become a bonding experience, and a demonstration of exactly why I'd earned this promotion. My phone buzzed an hour later. A text from my mom. Lauren told me what happened. Good for you. It's about time. P.S. Congratulations on the promotion. Dad and I are proud. Then, surprisingly, one from my brother. Heard you went full corporate lawyer on Lauren. Savage. Also, congrats on senior partner. Drink soon. But nothing from Lauren. Not that night, not the next day, not for 3 weeks. When she finally reached out, it was with a different tone. Can we talk? Without kids, without drama. Just sisters. We met for coffee, her treat, she insisted. She looked tired, but somehow more put together than usual. I've been thinking, she started. About what you said. About respect and exploitation. I waited. Tyler and I had a fight about it. He said you were right. That I've been treating you like free childcare for years. And I'm sorry. The words seemed to physically pain her. I guess I always saw your success as, I don't know, showing off? Making the rest of us look bad. My success has nothing to do with you, Lauren. It's not about making anyone look bad. It's about making myself proud. I know that now. Or I'm trying to know it. She stirred her coffee nervously. I told the kids they can't see Aunt Dee unless we plan it properly. Aiden asked if we need to pay your consulting fee. I laughed despite myself. Smart kid. He gets it from his aunt, apparently. She pulled out her phone. So, can we plan something? For real this time? I'll bring snacks and everything. Yeah, I said. We can do that. 6 months later, Lauren brought the kids to my office, a planned visit, with activities and snacks and proper timing. They sat wide-eyed in the conference room while I explained basic business concepts with candy bars. Aunt Dee, Emma asked, are you really a boss? She's not just a boss, Lauren said before I could answer. She's a senior partner. That means she's the boss of bosses. Cool, Aiden exclaimed. Can I be a boss someday? Sure, I said. But first you have to learn not to crash important meetings. Lauren winced. Still not living that down? Never. But that's okay. It's part of our story now. The story where Aunt Dee stood up to Mommy? Emma asked innocently. The story where Aunt Dee taught Mommy about respect, Lauren corrected. And Mommy finally listened. As I watched my nephews and niece play business meeting with my conference room markers, I thought about boundaries and balance. Setting limits hadn't destroyed my relationship with my sister. It had saved it. We were better now, more honest, more real. And if it took charging $500 an hour for babysitting services to get there, well, that was just good business. The check from Sandra Morrison remained framed in my office, a reminder that sometimes the most important negotiations aren't with clients or colleagues. They're with the people who assume your success means you owe them something. My time, my energy, my expertise, all valuable, all mine to share or not, as I chose. And that promotion party? It became legend at Blackstone Consulting. The night Diana Chin negotiated childcare rates at her own celebration. The night family met corporate law and lost. Best promotion ever.